Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Dear Zander Mander. Thank you for joining me. I have another bunch of questions from you out there. Plus I have a special guest question this week. Stay tuned. Let's get to your questions first. The first question is, Dear Zander Mander, every week your eyes seem to be a different color. Sometimes they're dark, sometimes they're light. What kind of contacts do you use, and what company do you buy them from? Well, my darling, I never wear contacts. What you're seeing is the difference between the times I'm in the sunlight and the times I'm not. And the seasons changing. During the winter months, my eyes are a darker color, but when the sun comes out, and if I dare to go out in it, my eyes actually become lighter and paler, more like a sky blue. So I never ever wear contacts. You're just seeing the different variations throughout the seasons. That's all. Thank you for noticing. Thank you for your question. Our next question this week is, Dear Zander Mander, you've talked about the men that you think are gorgeous, but what about the women? Believe me, I love the women, and there are so many beautiful women out there. There's old school like Marilyn Monroe and Jane Russell. And then there's old school meets new school like Raquel Welch. Look at her now. Oh my gosh, she's still as beautiful as she was before. And then there are the Carters. Linda Carter, classic beauty, ultimate beauty. She's a very beautiful woman. And not just on the outside either. She's very beautiful on the inside as well. And then there's the other Carter, Helena Bonham Carter. You're looking at me right now like, what? She's a freak. She's crazy. She does all that crazy shit, all these crazy films and everything. Yes, she does. But let me tell you, without all that makeup, without all the filming, without all the dialogue, without all of that Hollywood bullshit, Helena is a very beautiful woman. Look at this. You never saw her in that light before, did you? And then there are the McCarthy cousins. You're probably looking at me right now going, what the hell or who the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about two women that are cousins. Two women that you know that both have the last name McCarthy. First, whenever I see this particular McCarthy, I cannot help myself but scream out, that bitch is hot. She is hot. And that is Jenny McCarthy. And then we have her cousin. You're still looking at me crazy, like who is her cousin? You know her. She's on one of the biggest sitcom shows there is right now. She's been in so many big hit movies lately, including Bridesmaids. I'm talking about Melissa McCarthy. I personally think that Melissa McCarthy is a very beautiful woman. I don't know if it's her eyes or her big old smile, but she just lights me up every time I see her. And you know what's great about these two? Not only are they cousins, but they're not afraid to be filmed or photographed on a toilet. Uh-oh, hello? Our next question comes all the way from England. It's from a woman named Debbie. Sounds to me like a fag hag wench, if I know one, but we'll go through with the question anyways. And Debbie writes, remember she's from England, so I'm going to read it to you as if I could speak improper English. She's going to kill me for this, but oh well. Dear Zander Mander, You love all kinds of music. Oh, bloody hell. Burlocks and sausages. And you love to dance, especially when you're tickling the ice about. What you talking about, bitch? I never tickle the ice. I just swirl it and stir it. Kind of like James Bond. Isn't he English? Hello? Anyways, you love all kinds of music and you love to dance, especially when you're tickling the ice about. Tickle, tickle, tickle. But have you a song? What? But have you... Ah! She speaks improper English. I'm sorry, I can't understand her. But have you sang and danced while swinging from a chandelier? Maybe. Did you know the cigarette lighter was invented before the match? Here's something that I don't know if is fun trivia or gross trivia. There is more lemon juice in Lemon Pledge furniture polish than there is in Country Time lemonade. Makes you rethink summertime, doesn't it? Rosemary. Seriously, you don't know the answer to this? They are called drag kings. And they are everywhere, and they are just as fabulous. No, they are not as predominant as drag queens are, but they are out there, honey. You should support them as much as you support the queens, dear. See you next week, sweetheart. Cheers! Do you know what time it is, my dears? Yes, that time. Special guest question time. You know how I love new music, and you know how I love the club kid scene. Well, this week I'm bringing them both together for you. Instead of telling you who my special guest is this week, I'm going to show you. Kayvon Zand is an American industrial pop performer infamous for his outlandish appearance in controversial music and live shows, which have led to his very pronounced, unorthodox stand in public and possibly one of the most intriguing performers of today. A rabble-rouser with a healthy dark side to match, Kayvon Zand made waves when his Disgraceland show of raunchy rituals got him banned from New York's Highline Ballroom in 2010. When the club instructed him to trim the show's fake blood and fire effects, Zand responded in the only sensible way possible. He added some heavy-duty sex acts. As the censorship battle became a story, Zand earned a place at the forefront of Gotham's self-created bad boys and arty attention grabbers. And the irrepressible artist is taking things even more forward than that. With new management and publicity behind him, he's preparing to transform one more time, this time with a completely different aesthetic. Last year's show was blood, but this year it'll be black diamonds. Now that you know who Kayvon Zand and the Zand Collective is, let's see what his question is for me this week, okay? My dark angel Zander Mander. I was asked by a very well-known blogger what my goal was, and I answered to be a modern-day David Bowie. He responded that the world was not ready for an ambiguous male performer. Not ready? Who the fuck is this guy? Do you agree that the only way you can succeed in the mainstream as an eccentric performer is only by being a flamboyantly feminine gay performer or a drag queen? Hell no! Or do you believe, regardless of one's sexuality and ideas of glam, that such recognition is possible? Of course I believe it's possible. I'm going to give you a bunch of examples right now. In music, we had David Bowie, Freddie Mercury, Marilyn Manson, Boy George, Prince, and even today, Adam Lambert. And don't forget the women. Annie Lennox, Grace Jones, Bjork. Then you got comedians and actors and actresses. Graham Norton, #1 talk show in England for 12 years, 5 BAFTA awards, and he's been on the worst dress list every single year. Because he does not conform to the norm. Then you got someone like Eddie Izzard. Great actor, been in films and television, but he's also a comedian. And have you ever seen his stand-up shows? It's fabulous, isn't he? Then you've got actresses like Tilda Swinton. She's a great actress, but no one could seem to understand her because of the way she looks. And we're going to go back to one of my most beautiful women's selections, which is Helena Bonham Carter. She's a great actress, she's beautiful, but she does not conform to the norm. You know what, Kayvon? None of us conform to the norm, and that is a fabulous, fabulous thing. All these stars that I mentioned have done it, and they've made it. And I think that you will too. And for all of you out there that are watching right now, watch this, because Kayvon Zand and the Zand Collective has got a huge surprise coming for you this month. I'd like to thank you all for being here again this week. You do me a favor. You have fun, but you get home safe so we can do it all again. I'll see you soon. You take care, and good night.